Good afternoon, Barbecue to You audience. We're so glad to be here with Gary Parker, the owner of Barbecue to You in Gig Harbor, Washington. Hi, Gary. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys doing? I think the microphones are working this time, right?
Yes, and thank you for giving me. I appreciate you giving me trouble for that. That would be. It would feel unusual if you didn't flip me a little crap
Hey,
at the beginning of our
hey,
video.
that's special, right? I mean, our
Isn't
all our
that special?
followers they know that we're gonna have mic trouble, so it's just our brand. What can I
It
say?
is it is our brand, but let's not focus there. Okay, so we wanted to try this new way of going live. For one thing, it is COVID friendly, so it's no contact, and it is it works pretty well. It allows us to go live, obviously not in the kitchen, but still allows us to have a conversation and let folks know what's going on with you in your restaurant without
Right.
me having to be in the restaurant. So
Yep.
so what is going on in the restaurant? First of all, what is this restaurant that you have for anyone that's absolutely brand new?
Oh, yeah. For those who haven't followed us before, um, I own a restaurant called Barbecue to You. It's in Gig Harbor, Washington. We do a lot of authentic Central Texas barbecue here. Everything is done the old way. We still have stick burners. We bring our wood in from Texas, and we just cook the old Central Texas way. It's a 100-year-old recipe that we're just trying to keep alive in today's world, right?
So because it's an old recipe, does that mean that you're old?
Hmm. Am I old? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue makes you young though.
Yeah. Have you always done barbecue, Gary?
No, I have not. This is my for those who remember me that or have seen this before. I'm actually retired from Intel. I was one of the engineering directors down in DuPont for a while, and
Mm-hmm.
then so I retired in May of 18, and I've been barbecuing for people ever since.
Yep. So you were kind of doing it as a side gig, and then it just sort of grew into a business. And then
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
left tech, it kind of worked to just do that full time.
Well, you got to do something when you retire, right? So, like I
You
said, I
do.
love I love to I love to get paid to drink beer and barbecue for people. So that's what I do.
Yeah. If you got to do something, you might as well have it involve barbecue and beer.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And a lawn chair somewhere.
Mary.
Yep. So how has COVID-19 affected you
Um,
and your restaurant and the business?
well, like most businesses, we've had to adapt a little bit, but
Mhm.
um, the message for us is, I'm sorry, we're getting an echo so it throws me off a little bit. Anyway, no, COVID-19, we're like most restaurants, we've had to adjust, but I have to say that the community here in Gig Harbor and the Kitsap Peninsula, North Tacoma, they have done a really excellent job in taking care of us. We've been super busy, right? Ever since March when we started out. Um,
Mhm.
at one point, we were only one of four restaurants that were open, and we really had to scale up. When that took place,
Yeah.
um,
Wow.
and and then throughout the summer we were really very steady. Um, you know, I mean, let's face it, barbecue is a food choice and it's an option, and it gets you away from the pizza and the hamburgers and the more common things that you'll see in takeout a lot, right? So there just comes a point where you've got to have something that's a bit different, right? And so at least down here in the south part of the peninsula, right, we're a different food option, right? And so,
Yeah, it's a little bit more substantial than a burger or a
right.
chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Well, if you know
And
what I'm doing there, it's a great place to come get your mac and cheese and come get your beans and you got a nice you can get some brisket, right? And you can get some pulled porks or chicken. We do 7 meats a day here, right? So it's not like you don't have a choice, right, of what you have, and then we make it all kinds of different ways for you, whether it be in bowls or trays or family packs or what have you, right? So it's a great place to stop and grab your dinner on the way home.
yep, so it's chicken, sausage, pork, brisket, a couple different kinds of ribs, beef ribs, St. Louis
Yep.
style ribs.
Yeah, St. Louis
Um,
style.
yeah, you have some sausage with cheddar, which is super
Yeah.
yummy.
Yeah, two sausages. The beef sausage and the jalapeno cheddar. And it's not a spicy. It's not a hot link. It's just you got the flavor of the pepper, but without the burn in this case.
And people don't realize you also have a vegan option because you do jackfruit with
Absolutely.
all the sauce and the spices. And
Yep.
what are we not thinking of? You can put brisket or another meat on a salad. You carry a gorgonzola salad.
Yep.
So there's really a lot of options for different people in the family. I know the kids will love the mac and cheese and the meat, and the heavy meats are always seems that men and women too, but men seem to love the heavy meats. And
Hey,
I know you.
I love salads too. I mean,
Yep.
one of my favorites is the Caesar with the diced up chicken on it, right? And that's really good. And of course, I just have to plug the spring mix with the brisket and the blue cheese gorgonzola. Um, I eat as much as I eat barbecue, I'll eat those salads just as
Yeah.
much, right?
Yeah. They're delicious. And then you serve alcohol. You serve beer and wine, right?
Yeah, mainly
Mhm.
right now during COVID, we've dropped down on our IPAs. We just do Space Dust, and then for our non-IPA offering, we bring Shiner Bock in from Texas for that.
Oh, perfect. Yum.
Yep.
And so can I dine in now, or are you still waiting to dine in?
New news, right? So second week of November,
Ah,
we're
good,
going
good, good,
to
good.
we're going to have most of our tables back in play, but in the lobby seating. And what's
Mm-hmm.
special about the second week is we've got for those who don't know or haven't been in, we've been helping a lot of the local businesses, right? And because our lobby's been shut down, so we just let local businesses come in and advertise themselves. Many of the local authors, Larry Fowler and those kind of guys who have written many books, Alicia, and then many of the artists. Because we found that back at the beginning of COVID that these folks were not going to be able to do their street fairs. They were not going to have their normal pathways out to the public to show their wares. And so, since we didn't need the lobby, for most of COVID so far, we've just been bringing them in once a week. So we've got one more big show next week that's going to take up the majority of the lobby, and that's the Adorned Grace organization. They're a nonprofit um, that supports or fights against the war of human trafficking. And so they have, in order to fund their operation, their nonprofit, they have a store where they sell wedding dresses and gowns and that kind of thing. And then the proceeds all go to the nonprofit for fighting their initiative. And so they're going to be in with their live models all next week, right? Showing
What
off
is the name of the organization again, please?
adorned in grace.
Okay. And
And
that's
they're going to
next
be,
week?
and like I said, they're going to be in showing off those wedding dresses and gowns and things on and off throughout the week. And on their Facebook page, you'll see the schedule of when they're going to be in. But after that, we'll continue with the authors. In fact, we call it books and barbecue. We've got a little place in the store that's going to be pretty much semi-permanent for them as we go out and we now reconfigure the lobby to have tables and that kind of thing because the weather's getting cool and they can't go over here to the park like they could or they couldn't go tailgating out in the parking lot like they did in the summer. So now we're going to try to get
Right.
it open where we can get them seated.
So you've shared a few things. So your lobby has been used creatively during COVID for books and barbecue,
Right.
and that's become a permanent fixture. You're going to have authors continue to cycle through. I know you've also had some artists, which has been
Right.
awesome. And then you've got Adorned Grace, which is another organization that you're helping in the community that is involved in fighting human trafficking, and that's next week. They'll be in your lobby.
Right.
And they'll be showing off the dresses and things that they offer. Tell me again what they'll be doing.
Yeah, there'll be the live models, and mainly I think they're going to be showing the wedding gowns. So you have a couple people in here, and they'll be dressed in some of these. It might be some of the non-wedding gowns, if that makes sense to people. I'm a guy, so best I can explain it. Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're going to be showing some of these things off, talking about that store, talking about what their initiative is, handing out some information, those kind of things.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, for the rest of this week, we're still doing the breast cancer awareness thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we still, even though we finished the bagel giveaway that we were doing the last couple of days, we still have the jar out for those who want to come by. And the way that works is, if you come in and buy barbecue, drop your receipt in that jar. And what we do is I add those things up, and I give them 10% of the proceeds as our donation, right? So the more people that come
Nice.
in that want to do something to support the breast cancer initiative, come in, buy barbecue, drop your receipt in there, and you'll be donating to the breast cancer society.
Oh, that's super cool. So really, you've taken your lobby during a time when it could have sat empty, and you've just put it to use for good in the community.
Absolutely.
And I know that Ken Walker, Eye Candy, oh my goodness.
Spice has been in there. All about
So
spice.
for the love of spice, Wendy
Yep, yep,
Payne, so many
right,
people, so many
right,
businesses that have been helped. And
right.
I know from talking to the book authors that it's been a lifesaver because, and I know for some of the artists too, because like you said, the events have been canceled where they usually get exposure this time of year, and instead they've been able to show their stuff in your store and
Right,
given the customers as they wait in line something to do,
right.
and obviously maybe have increased your barbecue. Do you think it's increased your barbecue sales or just mostly entertained your current customers? What do you
Oh
think
yeah,
that's done
I
for your
think
business?
I think it's a little bit of both. There are
Mm-hmm.
people that have come in that, because a lot of the folks that come in for the artists, they'll tell us they've never been here, right? So then they get to try us, and then they find a new food option.
Yep.
Then the existing customers or our following, right? They love coming in because now they have something to browse and look at when we're doing their fries or we're doing their fried
Sure.
okra and that kind of thing, right? So they've got
Sure.
something to do too. And many, you'd be surprised, right? They go over there, they'll buy the paintings, they'll buy the books, and and it's really a win-win for everybody.
Yep. They get to buy art and um, enjoy the art and get to know the artists. And I know I've
Right,
gotten to know Larry Fowler personally, and
right.
just from you doing this, and get the food, and it is a win-win. So second week in November, you're going to open up fully or 50%, or what are you doing?
Well, we can only do 50% right now, so we'll have about nine. Well, I think about 9 tables that'll be out.
Okay.
I used to do 15 tables, but I think if we've used the tape measure right, I can probably run about 9, maybe 10 tables. And I'll make them. There'll be a variety of four seaters and two seaters out there, right? But
Mhm.
you'll at least be able to come in and stay in out of the cold while you have your dinner, right?
Yep. Okay. So, and then hopefully eventually we'll be able to open it fully, but
Right.
you're still going to keep the books in the corner, the
Yep.
barbecue books. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Got it. All right. Well, anything else you want to share with your audience? What's going on coming into the holiday? We have Turkey Day coming up here at the end of November.
Oh, yeah. One of our big deals is always around Thanksgiving because we do the turkey breast. That's one of the 7 meats we do,
Hmm.
and it's been over the last few years. It's been extremely popular, and I have a feeling it's going to be really popular this year as well because the big I would say that the big get-togethers, right, probably aren't going to happen. So that need for that 17 to 20 pound big turkey is just not going to be there, right? So why why not just come and get the turkey breast, get what you need, for the small gathering you have. And so we have now opened the books on that. We're now starting to take the pre-orders
Hmm.
for the turkey breast. And so if you're interested in doing that again, I would encourage people to come get in the list early because there does come a point where there's so many on the list that I have to cut it off, right? Or
So
I don't
how
have
many
time
does
to put
that
them all.
serve? So if I'm ordering turkey breast instead of a full turkey,
Yeah.
does that serve a couple people per breast or what? How
It's
do I
it's
plan that?
whatever you like because we sell it by the pound, right?
Oh, got it.
So,
Okay.
so very rarely do folks just because I can't get a turkey breast that's uniform. All turkeys are different, right? And
Right.
and
Darn those
so
turkeys.
there's a general size that the suppliers will give me. But normally what they'll do is they'll just say, give me 3 pounds, give me 4 pounds, give me 5 pounds, whatever it is that they want.
Mhm.
And it's all pure meat, right? There's no waste to it at all. It's just that pure breast, right? And so we can pre-slice it. We package it up cold, or we'll have it warm. I believe because usually I'm in here Thanksgiving morning, for those who just have to have it warm.
Mhm.
Um, handing those packages, those pre-orders out, and then I close up real quick and I run home and go have Thanksgiving with my own family. So
Yeah, and are you going to deliver free over 15 pounds on
um,
up until and on that day or not?
our delivery of the 15 pounds, it goes right. It goes up until probably the day before, right?
Okay.
So ask us about delivery. Delivery is always an option. All right. If it's a big enough order, right? We don't stock delivery drivers. It's me that I'm the one that goes out and does those
Mm-hmm.
things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can always order through DoorDash and those kind of things too. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're interested in the turkey specifically for your Thanksgiving, though, go ahead and give us a call. Let us take the order direct. Right, would be the best way to do it.
Okay. What else do you want to tell them?
Yep.
I want to put DoorDash up here because everyone always forgets they can get your food through DoorDash.
Yep.
Can they still order ahead and pick up just like they have been, even though your dining room
Yep.
is going to order mid-November? Is anything
Right.
about that going to change?
Nope. No, we just anticipate that everybody there are those people that will like to just come in and grab and go, and that's fine. We love those. We love those orders. We just have noticed that since the weather's gotten cold, that that there's several people will walk in and go. They really want to sit down and they can't right now, and so they choose a different restaurant. So we're just going to go ahead and use this time to go ahead and open up.
Yeah, sounds good. So, so one more question before you go. People love these Gary in the kitchen or in the
Yeah.
kitchen with Gary Parker, and we
Right.
haven't done one in a while. So, what's in your mind going into the holiday for doing another live video in the kitchen? What are
I
you
know.
thinking?
What do people want to see?
Yeah,
One of the things about it is, there's only so many different ways you can show how to trim a brisket, right? There's only so many ways you can show how to make pulled
yeah.
pork, right?
You're bored with it though because you've done it so many times. I don't think
Right.
people get it the first time, but I
Right.
hear what you're saying. Yeah.
But anything you guys want to see, I'm happy to do them, right? I do not make sausage live in this kitchen, so that's probably the one thing I can't do. Maybe I
Mhm.
can work that out sometime next summer or something like that. We'll do a special
Okay.
run on that.
Okay.
But a lot of times, what do you want to know about? You want to know about barbecue pits. You want to know about fires. You want to know, sometimes it's more than the meat, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's spices, prep,
right,
tools,
right,
knives, different
right,
kinds of meats.
right.
It's how you cook them. The slow and low part seems pretty consistent. You don't put them. Are they all 12 hours? Are they all slow cooked 12 hours?
Different meats, we call them hard meats and soft meats, right? But the soft meats don't take as long as the tough meats do. So brisket takes the longest out of everything. Probably pulled pork is the next guy in line for length of time, and
Yeah.
then it gets really short with ribs and chicken and turkeys, and we can get a couple loads a day done on those.
But you layer your ovens and you layer in the brisket first and go from there, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Everything's a layer throughout the day.
Yeah.
When you make
So
the volume of it.
anybody listening, let us know in the comments, or you can send a message on
Yep.
Facebook and or certainly Instagram, and let us know what you'd like to hear Gary talk about. We
Right.
don't have we're not super attached to our topic for December or November, so we're happy to accommodate if there's something you guys want to know, and even if people want to join us in the store at some point and listen in person, I think that's something we've talked about doing too. So
Yeah, those are
uh,
fun.
let us know. It would be fun to see you live. I still think you're so used to what you do that you don't even think about how complicated it is. But if there are some weird little idiosyncrasies that
Yeah.
and that people want to understand. So
Well, the hard part, I'll be honest with you on that topic. The hard part is, you're right in that it's what I see, and it's
it's
so hard to communicate. A lot of times, like I can look at smoke. I teach the boy when I talk to the boys all the time. They don't understand how I can look, just either see the pit or smell the pit, and I know what's going on with it, right?
yeah,
And so it's the nose. I
yeah,
can smell what it's doing. I can see how big the particle of the smoke is. Those kind of things. Those are the fun things that I don't really know how to show on video, right? But
yeah,
they're very, very important to the outcome of the way that the meats come out. You know, so occasionally we do some in-house stuff. I just had a Facebook guest come in 2 weeks ago. He had seen the videos but wanted more of an upfront view
yeah,
kind of thing, and
yeah,
so he came
yeah,
in and watched me cut 10 briskets, and I even let him do one that morning, right?
yeah.
and
It probably
and
made his day and his week and his month.
there you go. And
Yeah.
so we hope he's doing well, and I hope he enjoyed it. And but I will schedule those things in, occasionally. So
All right. So we will figure out a topic. If once we select the topic, we'll post it on the website, so you can check the website in the next few days for what that's going to be, and the dates and all of that. And in the meantime, please come by and enjoy what they have to offer. Again, there's brisket and sausage and chicken and all kinds of pulled pork and ribs. And they do serve Olala Wines, a local
Oh yeah,
winery,
glad you brought
wine and
that up.
beer.
Yep,
Yep,
that's the other one we do. We now carry. We're the only place where Olala wines are carried inside the harbor, so you don't have to drive all the way out to the winery now. Mary
yep,
Ellen keeps us stocked as well as she can, based off what she has.
yep.
And for the turkey, we just got that. We just got a raspberry wine that she's got put
Wow.
together for the holidays, right? So it's really
Uh,
special.
I'll have to check that out. That's my favorite. So,
Yep.
well, very cool. So we'll look forward to doing this again. We'll do some in the kitchen, but also do these live streams again as well. So thanks,
Perfect.
Gary. Thanks for making yourself available. And again, audience, please leave your comments or suggested topics for future go lives in the comments below. So thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.